What's up, guys? It's Teacher Jacob here. I'm here to show you guys about a new app that came out. It's called Cami. Due to coronavirus and not being able to hand out worksheets, a lot of the worksheets that we use in elementary school require drawing lines or just like simple things like that it's a lot harder to do. And Cami is an app that came out that it helps you load up your PDF document and basically write on it, sign on it, draw on it, add color, add shapes, basically do anything that you need to. And I'm going to show you guys right now how to first go in, create an account 1, 2, 3, and basically get started. And then I'm going to go over I'm going to go over 2 worksheets. They're going to be 2 separate videos. So there'll be a total of 3 videos, just so you guys get a feel of what it is. So yeah, so if you pay attention to my screen right here, if you guys see my cursor, you're going to go to basically start off, you're going to go to google.com. Oops. Once you're at Google, just type in Cami, K-A-M-I. You're going to click on the first one, your digital classroom. From here, you're going to go to create account or sign in if you've already signed in. I've already signed in. What I did is I just signed in from my Google email address. You click that and you sign in. I can try to do it right now again. I'll show you guys. But yeah, so log in or sign up with Google. If you click this and mine was Jacob Myers at sccs.net, because that's Jacob Myers at santacruzcityschools.net. So try to use your guys' classroom or Google emails that they give you. And then from here, you're going to want to make sure that you have them downloaded, both of them downloaded, or just pulled up off the Google Classroom, which is basically just clicking on the file that you're going to get. It'll open up like this. Click right here, download, and save it as what you want. So we're going to be doing the Pink Fairy Armadillo, 3rd grade nonfiction, and then we're going to be doing a worksheet 4, which is more for 1st and 2nd graders. Once you've done that, you're going to go to Open from Computer. And we're going to click on the one that we want, open, and it'll take you to this screen right here. And so let's get started. I'm going to stop this so I can add it to the beginning of the next one. But yeah, that is how you create a Cami account and upload your document. What's up, guys? I'm back. If you haven't seen before how to create a Cami account, it's really simple. Just check the video beforehand or click the link that is provided. It shows you basically how to get to Cami, how to find it, what you do once you're there, how to create an account, and then how to upload your document right here, which is what we did. You can also click on Open File. Click any of these and it will come you out to right here. So as you guys can see with Cami, there's markup, comments, text boxes, drawings, shapes, erasers. This is just a simple edition. Obviously it's completely free, but first thing you're going to start with when you get to somewhere like here, we're going to want to insert a text box. You kind of just got to click right on it, and you're going to type in your name, Teacher Jacob. And we're going to read this together and kind of go through the worksheet just so you guys can see. But here's a riddle for you. Which animal is tiny with a pink shell and fluffy white fur underneath? You may have a hard time guessing this one. This animal is not so common. It is also a little strange. Actually, you may have never even heard of it. It's a pink fairy armadillo. So what makes this little creature so unique? First of all, it has a funny name and it's the color pink. It also has a really long tail that acts like a fifth leg. A pink fairy armadillo's tail makes the animal more stable while it digs. Its shell is also special because it acts like a heater. The shell pumps blood in and out of it. That way, the animal can raise or lower its body temperature. That's pretty cool. In fact, the reason the armadillo shell is pink from all the blood going in and out. Usually, an armadillo's shell is attached to its body. However, a pink fairy armadillo's shell is not fully attached to its body. Instead, the shell is connected to a membrane that runs along the spine. The pink fairy armadillo is the smallest kind of armadillo. This armadillo's entire body is only about 5 inches long and it weighs less than a pound. Even though it is so small, a pink fairy armadillo has gigantic claws. In fact, its claws are so big it has trouble walking on hard surfaces like rock. These claws help the armadillo dig into the earth for food. This animal can dig very quickly. If it feels threatened, it will bury itself in the earth in just a few seconds. As for food, the pink fairy armadillo loves to chomp on ants. That is its favorite meal. It also eats worms and other creepy crawlers. Sometimes it will even eat plants and roots. If you want to see a pink fairy armadillo, it may not be that easy. First of all, they only live in Argentina. They prefer to live on the sandy plains or in the dry grass. Second of all, they rarely come out in public. They mostly stay hidden from view. Some scientists spend years studying them, yet may have never actually seen a pink fairy armadillo in the wild. It is difficult to say whether the pink fairy armadillos are endangered because scientists don't have enough data on them. Their populations may be healthy or they could be disappearing. We just don't know. Sometimes the pink fairy armadillo gets eaten by other wild animals, so they keep out of sight much of the time. Our world is an amazing place. There are so many special animals on the planet that we don't see every day. I bet today you learned about an animal you never knew about. About the author. Lydia Lukidis is a published children's author with a multiple disciplinary background that spans the fields of literature, theater, and puppetry. Lydia's picture book, Gerbs in the House, The Daily Bedtime Routine, is now available. Find out if Mocha will ever get his silly son to sleep. So, as you're reading, if you would like, you can go and highlight things by clicking text highlighter. And basically, if you do this, it'll highlight it. So, how does the pink fairy armadillo get its color? So, let's put this in red. How does the pink fairy armadillo get its color? The pink color results from the armadillo's diet of pink plants such as flowers. The pink color comes from the blood pumping in and out of the armadillo's shell. The pink color rises when this armadillo is threatened, angered, or scared. The pink color comes from the armadillo's shiny body and shell reflecting the sunlight. If we go up to right here, we see the shell pumps blood in and out of it. That way the animal can raise or lower its body temperature. That's pretty cool. In fact, the reason the armadillo shell is pink is from all the blood going in and out. So we just highlighted red, and so what we're going to do for this is come to the answer. The pink comes from the blood pumping in and out of the armadillo shell. Answer B. Now, the next one. We'll go pink. In the box below, circle the object that closely matches the pink fairy armadillo in length. The armadillo's entire body is only about 5 inches long and it weighs less than a pound. So less than 5 inches. Less than 5 inches, probably a fork? Yes, the answer is fork. According to the information you read in the article, describe one advantage and one disadvantage of a pink armadillo's giant claws. So for this, let's use green. Come right here. Oh, that's not green. It's kind of hard to get used to. If you have a mouse, I suggest using a mouse. According to, okay, one advantage and one disadvantage. Let's go right here. Let's click green. To its giant claws. Even though it is so small, pink fairy armadillo has gigantic claws. The claws are so big it has trouble walking on hard surfaces like rocks. But these claws help the armadillo dig into the earth for food. So, for this one, we're going to come over here to where it says text box. Click text. We'll do it in black because we know it's going to be the answer. And we're going to say one advantage to the pink fairy armadillo's giant claws is that they help the armadillo dig into the earth for food. However, one disadvantage to the giant claws is that, what did we say? Is that it has trouble walking on hard surfaces. It has trouble walking on hard surfaces like rock. Then with your text box, you just want to kind of do this. So obviously they're not all on the rocks, but you get it. Maybe if you make it a little bit bigger, or they're not all on the lines, but if you make it a little bit bigger, it makes it easier. We'll do orange for this next one. Oh no, wait, that's supposed to be black. And markup, go back to text highlighter. Let's go to orange. Put a check mark next to each reason why it is difficult. Put a check mark next to each reason why it is difficult to see a pink fairy armadillo in the wild. So let's go highlight some things. If you want to see a pink fairy armadillo, it may not be that easy. They live only in Argentina. They prefer to live on sandy plains or dry grass. And they rarely come out in public. There's not enough. They could be just. Some pink fairy armadillos get eaten by other animals. So if we're going to put a check in, we get to go right here to shapes and insert line. So we're just going to insert a line, and what we can do, or actually you can go to the draw tool and we'll do black. Pink fairy armadillos only come out at night. No. Pink fairy armadillos hide from other animals that may eat them? Yes. Pink fairy armadillos are endangered? We don't know that. Pink fairy armadillos mostly stay hidden from view. Correct. Now for this next one, we're going to stay with the drawing tool because it's easier to draw lines. If you would like to use the shapes, you can to get straight lines. Yeah, we'll use the shapes just so you guys can see. So you click on shapes, go to insert line, and match each vocabulary word from the article with the correct definition. Endangered. A thin structure in a living organism? No. Very large? No. Set apart? No. At risk of becoming extinct. And what we can do is after we match all of them, we'll come put the letter right there. So plains. Let's look. Plain is in wide expanses of flat land. Stable. Stable is very large? No. A thin structure? No. Set apart? No. Intimidated or scared? No. Steady or balanced? That is stable. Membrane. That is a thin structure in a living organism. Chomp. Chomp sounds like munching or chewing food, so that. Another word for gigantic is very large, as you can see. The next word is critter. A creature or small animal. Yeah, I think that's it. Threatened. Well, when you're threatened, you're very scared, you're very intimidated. Unique, you're special, you're different, you're set apart. And puzzle, question to solve, that's another word for riddle. So once you do that, we're going to come back over to text box, and we're basically just going to come over endangered. We found out that endangered is D, at risk of becoming extinct. We're going to type in a D. We're going to go to plains. We found out that plains was a wide expanses of flat land, and we're going to go type in an I. Same thing with stable. We found out a stable is another word for steady or balanced. Membrane, a thin structure of a living organism that acts as a boundary or barrier. Chomp is another word to chew or to munch, so we're going to have H. Gigantic, very large, of course, enormous. Critter is another word for creature or small animal, which is J. Threatened, well, when you're threatened, you're intimidated or scared, so it's an E. Unique, you are set apart, different, special, just like everyone at Galt Elementary. And riddle, puzzle, or question to solve, which is G. And we're not going to do this, but in the article, The Pink Fairy Armadillo, you learn that scientists have a difficult time studying this unique animal because of how rare it is and how difficult they are to find. On the lines below, describe another animal that is difficult for scientists to study. In your writing, discuss why that animal is difficult for scientists to research. So obviously, if you're a little bit older, this is more for 4th, 5th graders. You would come right here, you would click text box, and you would get to typing on what you wanted. And when you're done, you want to just make your text box kind of fit right there so that you don't have any words getting crossed out or anything. And yeah, that's basically it. When you're done with that, what you will do is you're going to click right here and you're going to click download. When you click download, you're going to give this a file name. So a good file name to do is Cami, your name, teacher, Jacob, your last name if you want to put it too. And then you're going to put pink, like for this document, you would put pink fairy armadillo. Flatten annotations, pages. So for this, most of the people, you're going to want to do all pages. For this, I'm going to do the annotated pages only because those are the only pages that we did. I'm not going to do the answer key. And then you're going to click begin export. Your export is fully processed downloading. Once you're done, you can go click right here and you can see, look at that. You got all your annotations, shows all your work. You got the answer highlighted, each question. You got the matching done. And just like that, you'll go to Google Classroom, and wherever you guys found this downloadable document, wherever it is that you found it, you're going to go click there and you're going to click upload, and you will upload this file, Cami, Teacher Jacob, Pink Fairy Armadillo, into it. And it's that easy. So I hope you guys were able to understand kind of what I did. I hope you see the tools on the side and it's a little self-explanatory. If not, pull up this armadillo worksheet and go over it with me. It'll be a really easy thing to get your brain like settled into it, because this app is very, very helpful, and it'll make doing worksheets a lot easier because you can do them online for matching, drawing, etc. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to do "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Monday.